Hello, friends. Welcome to all of you to PK Sir classes. This is CA Prasanna Kumar over here. Guys, I've come up with this fantastic announcement, most awaited batch. As you know, that normally at this particular point of time, May exam should have happened, and after that, normally we would have gone with a new batch. But unfortunately, due to this COVID-19 pandemic, all the batches were stopped everywhere. All the face-to-face batches were stopped, and I don't think there is any hope in the near future, at least for another 6 months for face to face, because it's not recommended, also, to be very honest, because the risk factor is very high, because it can spread quite easily. So, therefore, what we have thought is yeah, as you know, the pen drive and Google Drive classes, even Android classes are available, Android app classes, and everybody is, buying it and they're happy with that. Yeah, we are already aware of all these things, but then I thought that let's bring some sort of freshness into the things that are happening, because when we, as a team exam hist, some of you might know that recently when we started this particular so guys, so therefore what we have actually planned is that we wanted to have this team exam has the best faculties at one single place. And as you guys know that it was a quite a bit successful session, and we have provided free revision classes, all the subjects under one single roof. And when those sessions were going on, when it was happening, and when I was interacting with the students, looking at their charts, their doubts, their the something they wanted to talk, whatever the doubts they've got, subject related, confidence related, something like that, it felt so lively. And there's a lot of difference. I could rather say that I felt there is a, what do you call, leaps and bounds of difference between an interactive session when the class is going on, when you try to interact with the students, then and there the doubt gets cleared and stuff like that. And when students are trying to communicate with you, it was wonderful. I had my energy, I can really say that, compared to the classes normally where students are not there, and versus when the students do present in the class, it's like 10 times, 20 times better, because students are the ultimate source of energy, ultimate source of positivity and happiness, and that really enhances in the way the classes are getting delivered and stuff like that. Therefore, that's the reason we mostly try to record the class in the batches where students really are present in the class. So therefore I thought that, okay, fine, and many of the students were messaging me also that, yeah, we need that sort of interaction and all that. So with great difficulty, because there are this technology is quite new, and we have done a lot of R&D trials and stuff like that, and finally we are here with online live interactive batch, the one of its kind in the whole country right now, because this is the only batch by Prasanna Kumar sir, that is PK sir, in the entire country which is online live interactive. It's not like a recorded session, and it is not like something that's uploaded in Google Drive every 1 week, something like that. But that will be anyway available after this, if some of you might feel that you don't have time availability and stuff like that. But this is online live interactive class. So the biggest advantage of this is you will feel that you are, you know lot more in the class. Virtually you'll feel it that way, and you'll be disciplined, because the class is on a particular timings, that is morning 6:30 to 9:15 a.m. Of course, that can be flexible here and there, we can adjust according to the students needs. So you will be disciplined. See, this is something that we really need as of now, because when you have this pen drive classes, you have the tendency of like, okay, chalta hai, baad mein dekhenge class ko, we'll see it after that, stuff like that. That sort of convenience becomes laziness eventually. But when it comes to this online live batch, that's not gonna happen. Why? Because this is the time, it's 6:30 to 9:15, I have to be there, I have to listen to the classes. So that is something that's really beneficial, especially for people who find this self discipline really a lot more difficult to apply. So that way, this gonna be bonkers, I can say. Even for me, I'm really looking forward, because I'm gonna enjoy this class, the session to be really to the core, and the same way it's gonna be applicable for students. And regarding the content, so it's gonna be totally new, it's gonna be totally afresh, and in the sense, I just want to make it a lot more eager, I mean, what do you call, a lot more practical insights into the subject, and let's make it a lot more fun, and let's show people how fun really the costing subject is, that is Scmpe of CA final as well as CMA final. Now, who can attend? Of course, CA final as well as CMA final students. You can attend this batch from 20th June. Now, how to pay? You have the contact details over here, 9246946444. So to that number you can just inquire, you can ask all your doubts, and there is a pre-booking offer right now. As you can see here, the price is relatively less. It's in fact 2100 rupees less, and that's limited only, because unlike pen drive classes, this online, the slots that we have actually got is limited in number. To be very honest, I don't want to say the number, but it's very limited. So therefore I would rather ask you guys to book as early as possible. Now, this is not a marketing gimmick. I don't really believe in marketing gimmick, because eventually one day students will know. So this is something that is real, although I'm not I can't disclose you the number, because again, that will create some sort of tension. But what I can really say is it is limited, because it's a new technology that we are trying right now, and of course the trials has been done, it has been quite a bit successful. So therefore, as of now, the numbers are pretty damn limited. This is a fact. So we are giving you the pre-booking offer. The class is going to start from 20th. You can register now itself. You can give your name. We'll tell you how to pay. You can have this Google Pay, Phone Pay, and all that. We'll send you those numbers once you contact those numbers. I mean, that particular number, 9246946444. And you can register yourself, pre-book yourself for the class, and the class will start on 20th June. Got it, guys? So I hope I gave you all the details over here. Let's move on further. Now, so what else do we have? So this is online live interactive session for Scmpe CA CMA final by Prasanna Kumar sir, 28th June, 6:30 a.m. to 9:15 a.m. Of course, many students have rated that it is the best class for Scmpe. Don't think that I'm blowing my own trumpet. Okay, really sorry for that. But anyway, so you can watch the classes live on Windows laptop or Windows system. So it is totally on system only. Right now, Android option is not available. So Windows 7 or above, basic hardware is enough. For example, 2.67 gigahertz of dual core processor, 3.5 of single core processor, RAM 2 GB is fine, internet speed 2 Mbps is fine. In fact, if you've got a 4G connection in your laptop, even if you don't have a broadband connection also at your house, you can just use the hotspot, and with that you can happily listen to the class. Now, believe me, it works. You better go for Airtel in that case, because the entire live session of mine for 8 days in the revision session, which has happened in YouTube, I used this hotspot 4G connection from Airtel only. So it's very hard to believe, but that's how it has happened. So the internet connection is more than enough for you, and with that, you can happily watch the lectures. Next. Now, the biggest question is, why should you go for PKSR classes for CA, CMA final, SCNP? As you can see here, the focus of the class is completely on ICA sources. This is the most important part. I stick on, many of my students, you can inquire also, they know all these things. So I just stick on to ICA sources only. ICA sources in the sense, ICA study material, ICA RTPs, revision test papers, mock test papers, ICA based additional case studies, additional case scenarios, everything is sticked on to ICA. However, for this batch particularly, I'm planning to introduce international case studies also. I'm already working on it, preparing the power notes. Okay, so that is more than enough now. See, rather than studying 1000 pages, reading 500 pages, and reading those 500 pages 2 times is better than reading 1000 pages. You understand the point? Because it's not about how much you study, it's about how much you remember and take it into the examination hall. So just because something is quantitative in nature, something is bulky in nature, doesn't mean that you are getting a lot of things. Please try to understand this. Okay, so it's better to read a limited portion which is given by our ICA. Even the questions are coming straight away from it, 80% of the questions. So that, let's stick on to it. Let's not do so much of hangama. And from that, let's repeatedly read it so that we remember, and we're going to score for sure exemption if we follow this particular strategy. Next, Power Notes is highly useful for quick revisions and to easily understand the concepts. Now, many people are understanding me, what is the speciality of this Power Notes? Sir, is it short notes, sir? No. It is not short notes. Power notes means it's like a content of 4 pages has been cut short to 2 pages or 1.5 pages in such a way that it can be reconvected or reconstructed back to 4 pages. Because see, when you try to learn something from short notes, what eventually happens is, from 4 pages, if you cut it short to 1.5 page and you read and revise 1.5 page, and you can't write 1.5 page in the exam, because in exam the answer is actually for 4 pages. So I need to write 4 pages to get the mark. So the Power Notes has been prepared in such a way that it is short only, but at the same time, how to actually you can convert that back to the original portion, that is from 1.5 page to what, 4 pages. So this is the beauty of the word power notes. That's why it is named as power notes and not as short notes or summary notes. I didn't go with that name. The logic behind the title power notes is this. So 4 pages content will be cut short to 1.5 page content, and again in such a way that this 1.5 page content in the examination can be reconverted back to 4 page. So how is that? You need to understand the class, only then you will understand how it works, because it's not just something that I can explain in 20 minutes or 30 minutes, because for different concepts it will be reconstructed in a different way. Okay, so this is, you can say, it's a trademark of PK sir classes, that is Prasanna Kumar sir classes. Nowhere else this particular stuff is available. Next, PK sir has analyzed ICA study material page. Of course, here it is PK sir because it's a creative. It's me. Okay, it's me. So I have analyzed ICA study material page by page and simplified it in chart form wherever necessary, and added a lot of additional content at many places to understand various concepts better. So that's what I've done. So what I've eventually done is, see, I just try to simplify things. I don't want all this hangama. So what I've done, I know that I say is everything. It's Bhagavad Gita, it's Quran, it's Bible. Okay. So I took that, I studied page by page. Wherever I felt it's complicated, I tried to simplify it, converted that into chart form. Wherever I find that it is complex, it's not necessary sometimes, then I've eliminated it. Wherever I found that this particular concept could have been explained better, then I gave better explanation content over there when compared to the content that is already there in your study material. So like that, the base is study material only, because that is everything. That is everything. ICA sources is what you have to study to pass the exams, and it's actually very good. But then see, always there is a chance of making it better. Even my power notes also, whatever that I've prepared, there is absolutely chance of making it even better for next year, and after that again we can make it better. So there is no end for making things better. You understand the point? So what I say I have done is really fantastic. I try to make it even better. Then even my own notes, I'll try to make it even better for every year that's gonna come by. You got it? So this is a reality, right? Next, it took whole 1 year of honest efforts to make the power notes ready, and that's why it is what it is today. So it is not a copy paste content material, to be very honest, because it's written by me every single page. Although my handwriting is not good, to be very honest, I'm not gifted with that sort of handwriting, but still somehow I try to ensure that it's understandable. But when you go with classes, obviously it will be understandable because I explain you, and I'm trying to convert that into an official book, but unfortunately because of lockdown it's getting postponed by 3 months as of now, and we have to see how it's gonna go in future. And of course, last but not least, this is what makes our classes really special. Being an automobile enthusiast myself, so I will beautifully mix the practical examples into the subject, making it very interesting. So that's what many people, there are so many students who have messaged me saying that, sir, I've listened to this particular concept where you explained it with the help of these automobile examples. Why don't you start motor vlogging? So I've got so many messages like that from students, because it's the passion that I have for these bikes as well as cars. So I've studied them since 7 years to 8 years. So all the content that has been there in my mind, so which I've put together for years together, that is beautifully I'm trying to sync it with the subject over here, and the result is going to be, I can say it's going to be bonkers. So you should listen to the class to understand what I'm trying to say. So these are all the reasons why you should go for PK sir classes, especially Prasanna Kumar sir class. This is the reason. Although I find it a little bit embracing and odd to say all these things, but that's the way it is. Nowadays, you have to create awareness with respect to your product, isn't it? So something we can't, what do you call, avoid. We can't do that, no matter if it is a bit embracing also. Okay, so that's the information, guys. So the batch, as I told you, is going to start on June 20th. The first 5 days, here is the most important part. The first 5 days, which means 20th to 25 June, it's gonna be live on YouTube. Okay, after that it's going to be live on some other software. What is that? Details we'll give you later, and you can watch it on your laptop, obviously laptop or system, whatever it is. And basic hardware of system is enough. You need not have big systems on basic. Everybody would be having all this stuff that I've been telling you. That's 2 GB RAM, 2 Mbps of internet. It's pretty much basic right now, so it's not a problem. In fact, if you have a laptop or system, you can watch the classes. And the first 5 days it's going to be live on YouTube in my channel, that is CA Prasanna Kumar PK sir costing class. That's my YouTube channel. And after that, it's gonna be live on a separate software. All the details will be sending you shortly once you register. Okay, so that's it, guys. So spread the word. Unfortunately, we are not that good in advertising. Honestly speaking, I'm not really. My mind doesn't work in that fashion. My mind always thinks about how to actually teach, how to prepare the content. Now also, I'm again working on the content, how to better it, how to make it easy. This is where entire my mind is focused. So I don't have really the skills of making my product getting awareness in the market. So therefore, my students are my brand ambassadors. So you guys have to get this awareness to the students. So let them at least know that there is a batch that PKSR is going to start. Because of this COVID-19, many people are feeling that there is no batch that is happening right now. Everything has got stopped, but it's not. From June 20th, the live online interactive batch is going to start by PK sir himself. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. Spread the word, like this video, share this video, comment under the video what do you feel, and share this video in various platforms so that people are just aware of that something like this is going on, so that otherwise they will be regretting a lot. So that's, I don't want it to happen, because even with respect to these revision classes that we have conducted from June 2nd to June 10th of 2020, so what has happened is like many people have messaged me saying that, sir, I forgot about this, I was not aware of these revision classes. So unfortunately, so therefore I've missed it, even though now it is available in YouTube. But they feel that I want it to be live at that particular moment, so that I can talk to you, I can express my feelings. If I have some sort of motivational issues, I can express you, I can tell you what my problem is, apart from the doubts as well. Of course, doubts are also important. So that interaction is something that's really important, is what I feel. So therefore, now a small help that you can do from your side, guys, is just share this video in the platform. Sharing will not take that much of a time, to be very honest. So there is a concept called performance prism in Scmpe: stakeholder contribution, stakeholder satisfaction. So you are my stakeholders, I'll satisfy you guys with my lectures, and stakeholders contribution from your side. So just okay, keeping the funny part aside, just share it as much as possible by you guys, so that let people know. And comment also, Nana, because YouTube algorithm follows that logic, and the more the comments and stuff like that, it will be shown as a recommendation to many people, so that many people will be aware of a thing like this that's happening. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your love, and hope we'll meet on 20th June. And this session, I'm gonna promise you, it's gonna be bonkers. It's gonna be with some live experiments also. I'm just working it out how to conduct these live experiments, you know, on the front of a camera and stuff like that. But let's try. Trying is not something that's really bad, isn't it? Whether we eventually succeed or fail, it's a different thing. But let's try. Right, guys? Thank you so much. This is your Prasanna Kumar sir signing off. Thank you, guys.